In today's episode, we are introduced to the early Virginia settler William Adamson and the place he, his wife Elizabeth, and 10 kids called home. William was born in 1798 in Downs County, Ireland, and immigrated into the United States in the 1840s, following other Irish leaving as a potato famine gripped the country. The Adamson name is Scottish in origin, but is a Christian name common in the north of Scotland, likely arising from the Irish missionary Saint Adamnan. Ireland at this time was a country of extreme poverty, and once compared to by Frenchman Beaumont as an entire nation of paupers. It is recorded that William and his wife Elizabeth were merchants in 1860 and operated a general store at Harper's Mill at today's mouth of Seneca. By 1870, he would purchase 170 acres with a house, a grist mill, and a sawmill for a handsome sum of $4,000. It is believed that the house William purchased was built by George Trumbo in 1822, having 2 stone chimneys with the dates of 1822 and 1850 carved in them respectively. William, his wife Elizabeth, and a number of their children are buried in the former Trumbo Cemetery, now referred to as the Adamson Cemetery. The house site we detect comes with its own amazing story. The cabin being removed, relocated to Napa Valley, California, by the famous Jacuzzi family. I also wanted to point out an obituary regarding the amazing life of Sarah Adamson, who was born in 1840 and married to James, the son of William. It is said she was gentle, kind, and loving in her attitudes towards others. She was always thinking of others and enjoying sharing what she had, thus manifesting the Spirit of Christ, whose child she was and whom she served. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, we are on site, and I'm here with the landowner, and she's going to explain to us a little bit about the history of this cabin. It's got a unique history, by the way. We already see some features here. This is an old well, water well, and I'll let you talk about where the house stood and a little bit about the house.
The house kind of stood here when I was growing up, and it still stood. I can remember the access to the well was off the back porch, so they didn't have to go out to a well. So this would have been the back side of the house. And the front side up there, this was the old Adamson homestead, my family, but it was built previous to them. William Adamson came over from Ireland and settled here, but this house was already here when he came, so I'm not sure of exactly when the house was built, but I can try to get you that information. We sold it, and it was dismantled and rebuilt in Napa Valley on a vineyard that's owned by the Jacuzzi family.
All right, so we have an old pioneer cabin here in West Virginia that ends up clear out in Napa Valley, California. And the Jacuzzi family, they're the makers of the Jacuzzi hot tub, right?
Yeah.
So this cabin here is actually in California on their vineyard with that family.
So this was part of the original farm, and some more land had been purchased and stuff, and we are now, I think, on the 7th generation.
This is probably some of the flattest land you're going to see in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's a river bottom, so.
And just gorgeous. All right, you guys, we're going to get started here. I'm going to use my MineLab Equinox. I'm going to use my big cool for now. You can see that the grass here is a little high. Cows have been in here. And so I think I'll be able to use my big cool here. I've got about 3 or 4 hours today. A lot of the permissions that I have, I'm actually contacted by the landowner. They want to tell their story. They want to preserve something about their family in video form. And the majority of the time they'll come out and we'll sit and talk. And we'll talk about their family history there. Some of these I've captured on video. You've seen them in some of my past videos if you go back and look. You know, hours pass by because we just get caught up in discussion and conversation. And so sometimes I have to come back and do a longer detection. And I suspect that this is going to be the case here. The landowner did tell me that there's a cemetery up here, the Adamson Cemetery, and that I have permission to go up there and videotape that cemetery, so you guys will see the names if I get up there. I want to try to get as much detecting today as I can, and so that actually might be another trip. All right, let's get started. All right, I just pulled this out of the ground, and you've probably seen things like this in some of my past videos. This is a bean pot. You see the casting piece right there where they come together, and I have found many of these. And the porch stood right here of the house, so I just come up on the house now. The well is over there, and so I would expect to see, you know, iron like this here at this old site. But I'm excited to find this. It may not mean a lot to you guys. It does to me, and I'm sure it will the landowner. And you know, this is associated with their family, so it's tangible history to them. All right, let's keep going. All right, popped the plug and pulled it out, and I see it right here. And this is what is called a rivet, and it probably went to a saddle, is my guess. A saddle rivet, and it is brass. All right, let's keep going. All right, I just found a mason jar lid, a zinc lid, and those things ring off the charts in the coin range. And I've got another good signal like that. The only reason I'm bringing you back is I don't think it's a zinc lid. It could be. Let me show you. I popped the plug. It's in the plug. I haven't dug it out yet. But man, that is right in there in the coin range. Oh my gosh, right there it is. Right there it is. It is a copper coin. Man, I knew it was right in that range. I can't see anything yet. Boy, it looks wiped. All right. I'm going to, I'll clean that up, and I'll bring you guys back. I did have a hit. I pulled it out. I searched for it for a long time because it was hard to find. And I found it, and I'm going to let you look at it. And it is a very unique little artifact. And I'm going to let you guys try to guess what this is first. Do you see that? You have any idea? This is a finial. A finial. Now, finials were very common back in the 1860s. I mean, you find these on Civil War bags, and this actually could be from the Civil War. What they were used for, the flap of the bag, they snap over. If this is from a Civil War bag, and we find anything else in here that is Civil War related, then that would be an awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, I popped the plug, and wanted to show you that. That is a beauty. A beauty, and that is restorable. Look at that. It's got the wing on it, which tells me it's pretty old. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have that restored. I'm gonna have that restored. That is a beauty. All right. I'll tell you what, so far no junk. It's just been beautiful artifacts. All right, let's keep going. All right, I just found this. It's a lock blade. That's not old, but it was deep. It was still about 6 inches deep. I figured this came from the crew that tore the house down here. That's a nice pocket knife. I think we'll, I think we'll try to restore that. That's awesome. All right, let's keep going. All right, I just pulled this out of the ground. Look at that. That is a beaut. Oh, look at that. Yeah, now that's pretty old. That is the handle. But you see how thin that is? Look how thin that is. Oh, that's gorgeous. Beautiful. All right, I'm digging every sound I'm digging, and everything just seems to be coming up aces right now. Great artifacts, great site. Let's keep going. I found that utensil handle right there. I came up here maybe, about 15 inches away. I had another hit the same. I'll let you see it. Look at 12, 10, 12, 9. Not a great sound, but I see it. And I'm wondering if it's another one of those. And it is. So that's 2. And I'll let you see, it doesn't read very high. Look at that. So if you don't dig those lower tones, you'll miss artifacts like that. That's a great artifact. All right, let's bag it and keep going. All right, you guys, I'm only bringing you to show you this, for a reason. And I've been pulling a lot of these out of the ground, and these are high sounds. I mean, these are coin range right here. I want to show you. I don't know if you can hear it. Look at 22, 24. That's in the coin range. And it came out of this hole here too. But I put it aside, and I got another hit right here, and I honestly can see an edge. I can see an edge right there. I can see an edge. Oh, is it a coin? Is it another coin? It is another coin. Date on this thing? Yeah, I see it, 1800 or 1806. Right there's a date. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a date right there. It's 1800. I just don't know what coin it is yet. Oh, it is a draped bust. Look at that. It is a draped bust, 1800. Oh, that is a gorgeous, beautiful coin. Now look, I've been digging some of that stuff up. Had the same number, okay? I'm going to show you this. Looky here. 23, 24. Look at that. Same number. If you don't dig trash up, you know, even on an old site like this, if you don't dig the trash, you absolutely will miss beautiful artifacts like that 1800. I think it's a drape bust. I can see her, you know, you know, she's facing right there. That is an awesome coin. Oh, second coin today. That's awesome. All right, let me get a close-up so you guys can see this a little better. All right, you guys, can you see the date now? You can see the ribbon back here on her head, and she's facing right. That is a drape bust. I'll clean that up, see if we can get it a little better. That is a beautiful coin. All right. You know, I dug that coin right there, and I had another hit right here. I'm just wondering if it's a coin spill. I haven't looked at it yet, but look at that. I might not have got to it. Let's dig that right there. All right. Let's see. Oh no, it's that stuff again. Look at that. See? I found a coin there with one of these, and I just found the rest of this. You got to dig stuff like this. I mean, that coin was in the midst of this stuff. I mean, you just saw it. All right, let me check the hole, make sure that was it. Yep. Okay. All right, let's keep going. All right, I just wanted to show you where the house actually stood. I can see it here in the ground. There's some foundation stones that go right up through here. And so it's a little flat here. I found the coin right over there. And the well is right there where my stuff is. So at the edge of the house, foundation was right here and the porch went over there. That would explain what the landowner told us about how this well's right off the porch. But I think the house stood right here. I have not found any buttons yet, which is surprising to me. No buttons. All right, I think I found a lantern top. Yep. It's a decorative one. I figured we'd find one here. I also have found a harmonica reed. I didn't show you that. I was anticipating finding something like that here, and I did find one here. And I'll show you everything at the end. Let's keep. Okay, I popped the plug and pulled it out, and it's right there. And I think it's going to be a 1 cent, but I'm hoping that it's at least a weedy. Is it a weedy? Yes, it is. It's a wheat cent. And we'll get a date on that. You see the sun's starting to go down. My day's getting short. You guys want to come back again? We'll see. I think we did pretty good. I found 2 copper coins, a finial, a bullet, I'm not sure what age, a rivet, a lantern top, a couple wheat cents, 2 spoon handles or fork handles, a harmonica reed. I found a piece of bean pot, 1, 2, 3 axe handles, Two of them are really old. That one maybe also. I found a brassy top there. I'm not sure what that is. A kettle pot bottom. A bunch of canning lids. That's what we found. Hey, for a few hours, that's not bad, really. I am tickled to death. The things that we didn't find here that I'm actually surprised are buttons. We found no buttons here. And I was hoping to find buttons to be able to help date this place for the Adamson's family. But the one coin is 1800, drape bust. The other one, I don't know what it is yet, so I'm hoping to clean it up. Maybe it's, you know, maybe it's a drape bust too. I think it is because it's the same size. But I don't know. So we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna go up and take a look at the cemetery, and we're gonna see some of the epitaphs on that. All right, and then we'll call it today. All right, I'm told that the cemetery is up this road. Up this road right here. It's supposed to wind around up here around the mountain to the top, and that is the Adamson family cemetery, and I want to take a look at it. You can see over there it's nice and sunny. Of course, we were detecting right here, and where the sun has gone down and this is in shadow, it's about 10 degrees colder. So I still got to drive home. You guys think we ought to come back here? You know, I just hit a little area down there. I thought we did pretty good. All right, let's walk up there and take a look. All right, we are here, and this is the Adamson family cemetery. Look at this. This is William Adamson, 1798 to 1886. 88 years, 6 months, 8 days. That is awesome. Rest in peace, William. This is his beloved wife, Elizabeth. (1825). She died in 1874, it looks. Looks like it says Emily. This is John M. Adamson, 1847, it looks, to July 26, 1875, aged 28 years old. Bless his heart. So right here's where he's buried. The family's all buried here. There's a tombstone there against the tree, and that's a big, huge, that's a huge oak. It's one of the biggest I've ever seen, actually. This is James and Sarah, 1853 born, 1847. Here's Benjamin Lee. This is a new one. Oh, looky there. Look, he's got a black bear. Hey, Benjamin. You have a beautiful resting spot here, sir. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. You know, I'm always humbled when I come to an old cemetery like this, especially when it's a family cemetery on family property and it's still in the same family, and these are generations. I think Amy said 7 or 8 generations of our family has lived here, and here's where they're buried. Minnie Adamson. It's awesome. All right, I'm going to conclude the video right here. I think this is pertinent right here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoyed the finds that we found there. and I didn't get here until probably 10:30, and I just had a great time sitting and talking to the family. I do have about 4 more sites down here to get on the family's property, and they're old sites too, and I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are too. All right, you guys take care. God bless. All right, I'm here with Bob. Bob is the landowner, and Bob was telling me a little bit about the history of the farm here, and he said that George Trumbo, who did George get the land from?
Josiah Davidson.
Josiah Davidson. We're talking mid 1700s at that point.
Something like that. Yeah.
And Trumbos had a grist mill down here.
They did.
And his son operated that, you think?
I know Levi Trumbo operated that. I'm not 100% sure if it was a son or a grandson. It could have been either one. I kind of think it was a son due to some dates I've read and stuff, but I'm not positive. And I'm guessing maybe that Levi was never married, because I can remember my granddad talking about it, and he lived over there in the grist mill.
Now, did the grist mill sit down by the river there, or is it up here in the field?
It's set right where this closest red barn is.
Okay.
We had built from where that red barn roof peaks, the part that away we had built against that grist mill, and then it was needing to be removed, and when we removed it, we built the part of the barn with the north sloping roof.
Now, have you ever seen the water come up in here?
Oh, the water in 85 the river was right here.
Wow.
But it pretty much, well, it didn't do much here, flooded some, but it tore.
And that was a historic flood. I mean, all over the state of West Virginia, I believe.
That was at the time they said the 1,000-year flood or something. It was pretty historic. There was like 17 people died in this county, and lots of.
So here at this location here, the Trumbos, you think, had lived here at some point in time?
Yeah, I'm sure they did, because the date on the chimney that was on the north end of the house was after my great-grandfather bought it, and I think they probably added that end had a kitchen, and I'm thinking they added a kitchen. And the chimney on this end was dated 1822, which was
1822,
at least 30 or 40 years before the Adamsons bought it.
Yep. So she told me a little bit about it. She said that the cabin here is in Napa, California now, or there with the Jacuzzi family.
The log part of it is, yeah.
Now, how did they find out about this cabin?
Well, my dad, the thing was beginning to get in disrepair, but the logs was pretty good yet. My dad sold it to a fella, and I can't tell you his name, that was in that business, and then he resold it to them out there. So he's the one that handled all that. All he did was come in here and take it apart, take the good parts away from here.
There's a group called Barnyard Builders.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they kind of do that too.
Down here.